Guys, it's me. I'm back.
What's up, party people?
We're like, Mads, come on. All right, this show is taking a turn for the. Oh.
Hey Rick, you're on.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Monster Bass Live. My name's Rick, and I'm your host today. And if this is your first time tuning in, thanks for tuning in. We got a great show for you. There is no special guest. The special guest is Strike King and the Strike King Takeover. We're going to talk about this month's box. We're going to talk about some of the baits. We're going to take some calls. And we're going to give away some stuff with the golden tickets. So, yeah, it's been a really busy day. Talk to them. That's who I ordered my furniture from. We're starting off this week just like last week. Last week, as you guys know, my furniture got delivered, and they dropped it. Restoration Hardware shows up at my house. They go to put it in. They realize that they can't fit it because it's like a half an inch too. Bye, Rafi. It's like a half an inch too tall, so it won't come in the house. And today the show starts, and I got the other company that I ordered my living room furniture from. Now they're calling. This is, for those of you at home, I'm sure you know the old saying, happy wife, happy life. And, we're getting ready to redo the entire house from floor to ceiling. Every piece of, every square inch of this house is going to get repainted. And it was suggested to me that let's get a paint sample and let's paint the door. And let's just make sure we really love this color. So I did it. And I did it last night at 5 o'clock when it was starting to get dark. So I couldn't really tell about the color. I wake up this morning, I walked outside, I'm like, oh my God. Thank God we didn't hire painters and have them paint the whole house this color, because it's the wrong color. It does not look good. Front door to my house looks like, I don't know what it looks like, Jared, but it looks pretty bad. Does not look good to me. So it's not white, Brendan. It's not. So, what's up? T-Rex is on vacation. Yes, I talked with him today. He's down in the bayou. Hopefully he's putting on 5 pounds. I mean, in my opinion, if you go to Louisiana and you don't gain 5 pounds, you're doing something wrong. Because the food down there, oh my God, I could eat that food all day long. The oysters, the gumbo, the etouffee, the black and red fish. Oh, I keep going on. That stuff's so good. Oh, you got me a ginger ale. I'm just kidding. No, I don't like ginger ale. Thank you, though, Jared. So it's a pretty big month. Welcome to February, folks. It's the Strike King Takeover, and I'm pretty pleased with the way this guidebook came. If you're new to Monster Bass, we don't just send you a box of baits. We send you a guidebook, and the guidebook really has a lot of great stuff. It breaks down how to fish it, where to fish it, gear suggestions. And it's got links to all these videos. I mean, if you're not following along at home, what are you doing? We're here to have fun, celebrate our love for bass fishing, but let's face it. It's called fishing, and that's what we want to do. We want to get out there and catch some fish. So, that's a really nice touch. This is a really good issue. And on the back is obviously next month, the Z-Man Takeover. We've been talking about this for a little bit. So, all right, here's what I'd like to do. I'm going to give away 2 golden tickets today. One will be an actual golden ticket, and one will be from whoever calls in live. And when you call in live, we're gonna talk a little bit, see how your day's going, see how the fishing's going, and I'm gonna pull out one of the baits from this month's box, and you're gonna give me your thoughts on it. You tell me how you fish it. If you've never fished it before, you can ask me questions about it. But we're gonna get right into the Strike King Takeover box. We're gonna go through it, and we're gonna get hot and heavy with it. Now, you might ask yourself, why don't I have a guest today? It's a really great question. So I just blessed the content calendar that Rafi's been working on. And I got the green light on a partnership today that I think is going to change the face of Monster Bass. I'm not going to tell you just yet because the ink isn't on the contract. But I think you're going to see a lot of anglers on one of the tours on our show regularly. Yeah. I think we're going to have some really sick stuff coming. And I think you guys are going to be in store for something pretty dope. Pretty dope. So let's see who we got here. We got Westfall. We got Black Bass Angler. Brown Bait. Mr. Gambit. BC. Brian Rand. SP Nedmaster. You guys ever should go follow that guy on TikTok. He's one funny dude. What's that? Oh yeah. And Jared said, please hit the like button. We got 75 people online and only 4 likes. We got a lot of let's see. Fishing with T-Rex. You may not have your tickets, but you can always call in. Is it Caro or Caro? You know, I always say the same thing, Caro. I don't know. What else we got? Man of Steel, Army Outdoors, Master Sergeant. What else we got? Home Chef, Marty the Party. Wow, there's a lot of people on here. This is a pretty good one. We got 4 likes. 4 likes. God. I'd like to know why. Maybe Marty needs to call in and tell us why Rafi's on the list. All right, we're gonna take our first call today. As you know, we're talking about the Strike King Takeover. This might be, I think, one of our nicest looking monthly guidebooks that we've ever done. And there's a lot of great Strike King baits in here. I think there's 3 pages of them. A lot of baits that you might be getting in this box. So let's not waste any more time. And how many likes we got? 4? Brendan, you can be the hype man. How many we got? Marty the Party says we got 4. All right, great. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from and what's your PB?
Hey, Rick. It's Joseph from New Jersey, the guy you hung up on last week.
Oh, well, thanks for giving me a second chance.
Yeah, no problem, man. And PB is 3 1/4. Caught over the summer
Nice.
On a, believe it or not, a Strike King spinnerbait.
Well, let's pull one out here. So we've got a spinnerbait that's in the box. This one happens to be the made in Costa Rica. I think I'm going to say wherever all the baits are made. Made in Costa Rica. This is a red eye spinnerbait. You ever fished this bait before?
I'm waiting to see it actually pop up on my TV here. I got a little bit of a lag. It's all good. There we go. Not that one, no, but the one I caught was actually real similar to that one. Not that pattern or color, though.
All right. So tell us about the PB. What we're using is we're using a trailer.
No. So I was throwing it just as is out of the package. It was a Strike King Mini.
Yeah.
White with a little red couple of strands through it to kind of like a blood effect. And it was my first time fishing this lake. I was standing by a bridge and throwing off to my left. There was like some structure, and I'm thinking maybe there's something happening over here. I don't see any swirls on that side.
Yeah.
But about 3 or 4 casts in, I just felt a thump. And, that's the feeling we all chase, right?
Yeah, totally. That's so good.
Yeah, but he put up a good fight, and I landed him. And that was my personal best. That was my first bass out of that lake, and I haven't caught one that size since. Jersey fishing's a hard game sometimes.
Yeah, sure. I get it. What you got? Did you get good pictures of it?
I did, yeah. I'm telling you, and I show people this, and they all tell me the same thing. If I had caught that bass either early spring or early fall, like maybe October, it probably would have been closer to 5 pounds because he was skinny. He was really long, but he was skinny.
Wow.
So he was definitely a hungry bass when I landed him.
Nice. God,
Yeah.
it's so good. It's so good when you catch your PB, and then you spend so much time like chasing the PB, right? And then you land one, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, it's always that. I'm pulling up fish that 2 pound, 2.5 pound, and I'm like, yeah, but it's not quite the PB. Yeah, but it's not quite the PB.
Yeah. I think I tend to think of fishing as I kind of make. Let me take a step back. I think that the participation trophies that we give out today, I'm not a big fan of. But I think that fishing is one of those sports where you should get a participation trophy, because half of the battle is just going out and doing it. Like putting down your iPhone, getting outside, and just being with nature. And I think you're winning. I think you're winning too, Rick, if you're outdoors.
It's been the hobby's been life changing for me. I know. I had been fishing a couple times in the past over 2021, 2020 with my father-in-law. But this summer, he bought my daughter her first fishing rod, and him being the kind of angler that he is, he's not buying her some Minnie Mouse rod. Yeah. He's buying her, a 4-foot ultralight, paired up with a nice reel and something that she can use for years.
Yeah.
But he bought her a rod. He bought me a rod too, and that was my first actual rod that I had owned in longer than I care to admit. And just the gift of that rod, it was a $100 speed stick American Hero combo, maybe $120. But that's all it took was just getting that rod and getting out there. And I've spent more time outdoors since July of this year than I think I've spent cumulatively over several years. And I mean, I'm a camper by heart too. I'm spending 36 to 48 hours outdoors every week, once a month, every month, all year round. And even still, just the amount of time I'm putting myself by the water and the amount of times I'm out there watching the sunrise over a lake, there's moments that nobody else gets to enjoy. I tell people I wake up at 5:30 in the morning to catch that golden hour, and they all say the same thing. I couldn't imagine getting out of bed that early on a Saturday, but that's because they don't have that experience. They haven't been there to really appreciate just how primal and how in touch it puts you with our ancestors to be out there on the water.
Uh-oh. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. So, yeah, that's really nice. How old's your daughter?
She's 2 going on 3.
Nice. It's amazing.
Plan on getting her out there with me this fall too. My wife's got number 2 on the way due in May, and plan on bringing her out to get her out of mom's hair for a little bit, and maybe get her focused a little more. Her first time out fishing, she caught maybe half a dozen bluegills and just fell in love with it. Now when I go out fishing, she'll come home and she'll say, "Daddy, did you catch a fish? Can I see?" And wants to see the picture, whatever I pulled out of the water.
So good.
The bug bit her young.
It's great. Good work. So, right on.
Yeah.
So, Strike King boxes.
Can't wait for this takeover too.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Strike King is. I mean, I told you I caught my PB on a Strike King. You know, as soon as I heard about the Strike King takeover, I was hyped.
Nice, nicely done. And I don't know if you can see that.
What was that?
Can you see that sticker?
Oh, hold on. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I have that exact sticker right here. I'm holding it in my hand. I ordered that one about 2 weeks ago. It was on my first free bait Friday.
Nice.
I was like, you know what? I'm already paying for the shipping. I may as well throw a sticker in.
Oh my
I
God!
got the large and small stickers in my hand now.
I'm always amazed when someone just doesn't pick up like a couple other things while they're doing the free bait. But yeah, it's funny when I made this sticker. Someone on the marketing team's like, I don't get it. And I'm like, and then I had to explain, I had to pull up a picture of Biggie Smalls and show them Biggie and then show them this. And they're like, oh, I get it. That's funny.
Oh yeah. As soon as I saw that sticker, I knew it was coming out and I knew it was going on my tackle box.
Nice. So anyway, all right, man.
Anyway.
Well, listen,
I
appreciate you calling in. Sharing your story about the PB
right.
and your daughter. And you are now officially entered for a chance to win one of these golden ticket boxes I've got in the garage.
That'd be great, man.
All right.
That'd be great, you know. But obviously, I'm sure you get a lot of people who want it. But Rick, I told you last week, and I'll tell you again, man, thank you for putting this community together. I really, it's nice to be able to reach out and connect with guys across the country and not just, my local, the same 10 local guys. So Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Talk to you next week. Take care.
Right, take care. All right. Again. Oh my goodness. What else we got? Why isn't Carol calling in? I don't understand. Don't understand. Stage fright? No. We got 4 likes. I'm not taking another call until we get to like 14. What would Biggie do? Or in my case, Largie, because, if I call it Biggie, you know what's going to happen. Let me get another one of them letters like I did from Pepsi. It's right there. Right there behind, next to my degree. I don't know what to do with my degrees. I got them all over the walls. I should actually paid my student loans off. It's funny that I paid my student loans off. I don't know how many years it's been, probably pre-COVID. Let's just call it 5 years. It took me, my son's going to go to college and I paid off my student loans 5 years before. It's not that I couldn't afford to pay them off, but the interest rate's so low that it's always like the last one to pay off, right? It's like, 1.5% or something. And then finally I was like, you know what? It'd probably feel really good if I just paid it off and said that I had no more loans. So I just paid it off. Mark Weir, 6 + 3 is 9. Yeah, see, Big Rich has got it. 16 likes. Brendan's already grounded. All right, fine. We're going to take this next call. Hello, sir.
Hey. What's up?
How are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm very good.
You want to know why Rafi's
what?
Why Rafi's on my list?
Tell me why. I love it.
So, the little project that we're working on.
Okay.
The veterans box. Just figure out how we're going to do that. So I got some ideas, and I texted Rafi and said, "Hey, give me a call when you get a chance." And he's like, "Okay, I'll call in an hour." Well, that was yesterday. So
wow. Wow.
It is what it is.
No, it's not.
He's got. I don't know what an hour is like for him.
Well, here's what I think. I think we should call him and find out.
No.
Why? Hold
Hey,
on.
I'm super excited for this. Okay.
What if we did this? Hold on. I think we can dial out another call, can't we, Rafi? Or I mean, Fixie, can't we call somebody else and conference them in?
What?
Oh,
dropped
hold
me,
on,
and
hold on.
that's it.
Hold on. No. Here we go. Hey, Rafi, what's going on?
Hey, Rick, calling me during a live. You got my disaster alert, blinking in the back of my brain. Everything all right?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. Can you tell us how long an hour is?
How long an hour is?
Yeah.
Like in terms of a breakdown by minutes, or
So I've got a call. Someone called in. I don't want to name names, but Marty Lawson said that you would call back in an hour, and he's just wondering how long is an hour in your world.
Marty Lawson texted me asking approximately how far away Oxnard is from Los Angeles because he said that he was going to be there in the future. And I said about an hour.
No.
Okay. Unless I completely
No.
misread the text, I was just answering a question that he asked.
All right, can you do me a favor? Could you do?
Okay.
I'm gonna text. Will you?
Hey,
Wait, hold on, Marty. Fixie, will you text Rafi the call-in number?
Sure.
All right. Will you call in, Rafi?
Yeah.
All right.
Great. I'll have my daughter in the car also.
Well, listen, it's a family affair. We had your wife on, and look how good that got me. I got a June date out of her. So all right. Well, all right. He just texted you. All right.
It's a text, not Slack.
All right, Marty. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. See, I am. It's what I do, right? I'm a problem solver and a people pleaser. So if I can in any way solve this problem so that we can move on with our lives in a happier way, then that's what I'm here for.
Yeah, actually, it was Tuesday at 11:44. I texted him. He texted me back at 12:52 my time, and he said, I asked him to give me a call, and he said about an hour.
All right.
I said, okay.
While we're waiting.
So obviously, he didn't read my text.
While we're waiting for him, I'm going to pull out a bait from the box, and you can talk to me about it. Thunder Cricket.
All right. I hope it's one of my... Let me say it.
Thunder Cricket.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Love me some Thunder Cricket. I like that color, too. I am increasing my blade bait game this year.
Okay.
That's one of the things I plan on doing. Blade bait, chatterbait, whatever you want to call them, and the crankbait. Going to be working on those a lot this year, and I'm really excited. I got a tournament coming up at the beginning of March, and hopefully the water temps will be in the 50s. I got my fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, yes, I will be throwing the Thunder Cricket. I really like the big bite baits, Kamikaze Swim On 3-inch, as a trailer on that. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like to throw. The good thing about using that particular trailer is you can fish it vertically, and it looks like a good bait fish or bluegill profile. But then if you're fishing in cover, you can rig it vertically, and it helps you roll over cover with your blade baits or your chatterbaits and not get hung up as much.
Yeah, true story.
I love them. True story.
Daniel Nussbaum, president and CEO of Z-Man, said, obviously he's going to recommend a Z-Man soft plastic for a trailer on a chatterbait. But he said, and I quote,
right,
if I had to pick any other bait on the planet to put as a trailer on my chatterbait, it would be that Kamikaze Swim On from Big Bite Baits.
Yeah, you need to get a takeover from them again. That was awesome.
Yeah, but big.
That really got me.
Z-Man?
No, Big Bite Baits.
Yeah, they don't make hard baits. But here's what I am going to do. I'm going to put you on the phone right now with Louis Aronowitz. Go ahead, sir.
Hi, guys. Hi, Greg. I'm Marty.
Hey. So did you actually read my text?
First time I read half of it. I read Are Y'all Close to Ventura? I'll be out that way in May and again in June. And I responded about an hour. And you wrote K. And I said, yeah, not too bad. Like,
Then you must
totally
have missed the entire other text that I sent you.
I did. I see it now. Ring that you're officially back when you get a chance. Could you give me a call? I'm still trying to figure out how. Yep, that I got. Now. Much more than an hour later.
Yeah, I sent it at 11:44 on Tuesday.
Yep, I see it Tuesday, 8:40 p.m. 100%. And I was responding to your Thursday text.
Yes,
hey,
the January 19th text.
Elena, you're on with Rick and Marty the Party.
Hi, Elena.
You may or may not be on Monster Bass Live. And do you know how long an hour is? Because your dad doesn't. What's the context of it? Yeah, exactly. Sorry. What did you do?
Yeah, what did you...
Why is this something that I did?
What did he not do?
What prompted that? What prompted that? Okay, so Marty is on the phone. And Marty's a very important person in the government. He has like crazy Pentagon clearance.
G14.
G14, that's right. And he said that he was in Oxnard and asked approximately how far away Rick and I were from Oxnard. And I responded about an hour. But I responded like 4 days later and missed like a text in between that he had asked me to give him a call because he was like doing something that was time sensitive. And when I responded about an hour, I was answering the Oxnard to Los Angeles question, and he thought that I was answering, and understandably so, thought that I was answering the when are you going to call me question. And it turns out he's been sitting by his phone since Tuesday morning at 8:44 a.m.
I'm pretty tired. I've been waiting on a call.
Hasn't slept at all. Also, though, Marty, I know that you might not know this, but in California, at least, where we have the 5G network, the phone rings both ways.
Ah, it does? Are you sure?
Yeah. So it's not just outbound for me, but I also can accept incoming calls.
Well, I just want to make sure, you're a busy man, you got the beautiful wife, you got the beautiful kids and everything. Sometimes you're busy. I'm a married man working in my basement. So it's kind of like, I don't want to interrupt anything important.
You know what? Truth be told, and I appreciate everything that you said about, my family. Not only am I never too busy for you, just period, but especially when you're doing something with veterans and you're asking for my help, I'm not too busy for that. So please, for you and for everyone else who's listening who has my number, do not stand on ceremony. If I commit purposely or accidentally to calling you back and I don't, by all means, give me a call. I would really appreciate that. After all, I think we're all a community here.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's cool. I will accept that, and I'll make sure I adhere by the time zone rules. So, I will wait until, 11, 12 o'clock before my time before I give you a call. How's that?
Yeah, it's perfect. I drop when I'm dropping the boys off it's all fine. 11 or 12 o'clock is perfect.
Because
All
Shed
right,
Spawn
cool.
said so.
Sounds good.
No. This is Rick.
Yeah.
This is not Chad Spawn.
Well, according to Gramps, it is.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Gramps is another one. Because I told Gramps that I was going to ask something to him yesterday, and it was the thing that I showed you today. So Gramps, you're going to get it slacked to you tonight.
I'm excited.
Look at me, just falling down on every one of my responsibilities.
Yeah, you know.
You're the FNG. Again.
What that means?
I don't know what it means either. I don't want to know. Sounds like something Shoemaker was into.
And
Oh wow! And Yelena's in the car, guys.
yeah. So don't say it out loud.
FNG.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is going to be a part of my Google search history in about an hour.
Oh God! I already got to put T-Rex into a timeout. God. T-Rex.
Did I not call T-Rex back?
I called T-Rex today. Don't
I
worry.
called him back immediately.
Not gonna lie, T-Rex sounds a little mad.
Unbelievable. All right, enough of this.
You know, the other thing you guys got to get for inner office is ID 10T forms. You know what that is?
Sounds like work.
I don't know what that is.
All right. Just next time you get a chance, write down ID 10T.
Okay.
Is it something that like that free open AI platform can just write for us?
No.
Shh, don't tell our secrets.
There you go. Grant has got it. You seen it, Rick?
Yeah, I see it. We'll Google it after this.
Yeah, well, Gramps has never met an inner circle he hasn't been in. So,
There you go.
of course he gets it.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, we're moving on now.
All right. Hey, I got a couple questions for you, Rick, real
Okay.
quick.
All right, I'm hanging up. I'm gonna call Jenica back, and Marty, I look forward to your call.
All right.
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Elena. All right.
So, are there going to be any jerk bits in this box?
I'm looking. The answer is no.
Okay. How about fat baby finesse worms?
I think I just had those in the November box, so no.
Okay. Those are my favorite worms, and yeah, I like those because you can fish them so many different ways. That's a great bait that Strike King puts out. I got about a third of my wall of my tackle wall is Strike King stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this box, and again, I'm looking forward to next month's box. And yeah, can't wait to see what we get. Show it off.
I appreciate you.
All right, buddy. And listen, hey, have a good night. You're doing great things, and I'll make sure I give Rafi a call.
All right, do so.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
All right,
have a good night.
You too. God, that's Marty the party. That guy knows so much in terms of government secrets. Like, it's funny, you know, he and I sit around and we have coffee in the morning and we talk about, you know, we punch in our G14 codes and up comes all this access to our classified Dropbox files, super encrypted. And my God, you know where they buried Hoffa? I can't tell you because you don't have G14 clearance, but my God, it's an interesting story. All right, moving on. How many likes we got? 17? I was going to give away some stuff if we had like 90 or something. 93, 94, I don't know. Can we get some likes, please? I'm gonna give away some stuff as soon as we get some likes. What are we at? Like 14, 15? I mean, we got to bring on T-Rex really quick because he's been waiting a long time. And he's down in Baton Rouge. So we got 13 likes according to
What's
Tony
happening?
Gano. Hello, T-Rex. How are you, sir?
I'm good. According to everybody else, it's like 76, 77.
Liars. All
It's
liars.
hard for me to look. I'm on my phone, so
Yeah. All right.
I don't have a computer with me.
Okay, I'm going to pull out a bait T-Rex from this month's box. I'm going to try and find one that I think you might like.
Let's do it.
And you can tell
Can I
me.
throw it at alligator?
You can tell me about it, and you can let me know what you think. Oh, you're a top water guy, so let me find a top water guy. How about a sexy dog or a sexy dog junior?
I must be lagging because there it is. It's no Ragnar, but when the top water is on, it would be good. Chuck it out there along the bank, shallower water, whip it back and forth. So you don't want to just reel that straight in. That's not something you reel straight in. You jerk it like a jerk bait really fast, small little jerk, and make it swim back and forth.
Yeah.
Just like the Ragnar. It's going to be basically the same thing the Ragnar is. Ragnar's going to be a little bit better. But
Yeah.
that'll work too. I actually have one of those that somebody gave me for Christmas last year as I tried out. I got a couple on it.
Yeah.
They work really well.
Yeah, this one's the junior. It's got the 2 trebles instead of the 3. And it's definitely a smaller profile. It's almost similar to like it reminds me a lot of that small the Hedden Junior. And but yeah, there you go. Oh, this one is made in China. The first one was Costa Rica. Sorry, the Thunder Cricket. Oh yeah, Thunder Cricket was Costa Rica, and the spinnerbait was Costa Rica. So we're traveling the world to make these baits.
Yeah. Now with that Thunder Cricket, those Thunder Crickets are fun. Throw them out there. Some people like to just, crank them in at a medium speed. Myself, I like to throw them out there a couple times, bring it back at a medium speed so you get that wobble going, and then throw them back out there again and bring it slow like you would a jig. Just pop it, pull about 6 inches, get that blade to pop, 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 let it drop back down. I've had a lot of success with that.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What what do you think? So you're fishing the Western Open, right? Or the Western you're
the
fishing
WON-Bass,
the Western Outdoor News Open down in Havasu. What do you think you're gonna be throwing for that tournament?
Well, it's at the end of February, so it's still going to be kind of cold. So I pretty much doubt it's going to be anything top water. Perhaps it's going to be a little deeper, so it's going to be pretty much the monster bass shaky head with a nice worm on it, depending on the color of the water. Probably an A-rig. I might try to throw a couple rattle traps out there. The Yuzeri one-knot that I got off your website. I really like those. They work really well. They beat the bottom up really well. So most of the fish I imagine are going to be covered towards the bottom. That's what I'm going to be looking at. I've never fished Havasu, so I'm actually going to go out there a couple days ahead and see if I can't get out on the water a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be honest. For those of you guys that have been around for a while, you know that on the 4th of July, I rented that big houseboat and we went down to Havasu for what I thought was going to be like this epic party weekend. And it was amazing because, I had my son and one of his buddies and one of my friends and his kids. And, we had a great time. But I always heard all these stories about Havasu and all the boats and everything. And it's interesting. I didn't see a lot of that. I also didn't see a lot of people fishing, and we were there pre 4th of July too. So I figured okay, I'll see a lot of guys fishing. I didn't see a lot of people fishing either. It's an interesting body of water. It's not as pretty as I kind of expected it to be, but it's still a pretty good time.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I remember the videos and stuff you posted.
Oh yeah. I want to say thank you to Raymond McDonald for his support of Monster Bass, and he said he's been on and off since May of 2020, and I'm really grateful. So thank you. What else you got for me there, T-Rex?
No, not much. Just having some fun down here, smacking some gators, eating just about everything in the world.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm probably gained 5 pounds.
God, I hope so. Because if you didn't, you're not having a good time. You gotta take advantage of it. Now I've gained 15 pounds. I'm the heaviest I've ever weighed, and I need to do something about it. The problem is I go out to eat every single night of the week, almost. And when I go out to eat, then I gotta have a couple glasses of red wine. And so this morning I was at the gym on the treadmill, and I was talking to somebody, and I was like, "Is this why I keep going to the gym?" And then it came really clear. Yeah, that's exactly why. Because if I don't, I'm gonna die, and then I'm not gonna be able to go out to eat, and I'm not gonna be able to talk to you guys. So I got to keep going to the gym. I'm going tomorrow morning, and I've just decided I'm just gonna talk on the phone while I'm on the treadmill. I ran for 30 minutes this morning. Actually, I ran for 45, and I talked the entire time. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah. So there we go.
Congratulations on the 20-pound loss there, Marty.
Yeah. Oh, good for you, Marty. So, then they can swap.
Hey, did you get the text I sent you back this afternoon?
I did.
Okay.
The problem is so let me share something with the audience. Let me think about how I can do this. So I've just, I have a partnership that I'm about to announce. And as part of it, I'm going to be adding about $300,000 worth of new inventory. Excuse me. About $300,000 worth of new inventory to the store. And obviously that's great. But inventory in the warehouse, when I see that much inventory in the warehouse, I see cash on my floor. So I need to get rid of that as fast as possible. So the idea of a bait of the month kind of thing that you were talking about doesn't move the needle enough. Like I'm gonna take $300,000 worth of inventory. Go ahead.
What I was looking at was you're still going to do the platinum box, but this gives everybody the opportunity to have a platinum plus box where they're going to get maybe an extra bait or two and extra stuff. I don't want to go too much into detail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm just gonna add.
I would pay an extra $10 for a nice bait.
Maybe
because most of your people are going to get the platinum box anyway.
For sure. I think the addition of the other item that we talked about will add value, and I think that'll actually. I'd like to create something that's a further point of differentiation and a greater value point for everyone already getting the platinum, so that they can't say no, and so that they don't want to get rid of it because it's not just about the baits; it's some of the other stuff that'll come in it. So I think that. I think that's where we're going to have to, that's the direction we're going to have to go. But enough about that.
All right.
So,
well, I see a bunch of interest on the page there that people want a T-Rex backpack.
Well, you should get a T-Rex backpack. I'll tell you what, if we get above, well, we're not even getting what do we got? Like 11 likes? 14. We got 14 likes. Come on, guys. There's 100 of us online.
You're looking at the Facebook page. You're not looking at the
I'm not
YouTube
on
page.
Facebook. I don't go there. I mean, I do because I'm in that demographic. Jason Sullins wants the Facebook app or the Monster Bass app. Well, let me tell you something, Jason. The Monster Bass app is in development right now. And phase 1's going to come out the door. We're all going to work through the bugs together because it's going to have a few things that, like, we'll be working through, but it's I should have I think on Monday I'll have the completion date for you guys. But yes, an app is coming. Very excited. So
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. Everybody's saying there's 97 likes and you're gaslighting us right now, right?
I'm gaslighting. Hold on, let me see. Mine says you can't see it. Mine says 74. Yeah, mine says 74. Anyway, there you have it. All right, well, T-Rex, I hope you enjoy your last night in the bayou, and that you have safe travels back.
Yeah.
And yeah, can't wait to hear how everything goes for you down at Havasu.
Yeah, that'll be the last. I think it's like the 22nd, 23rd, 24th February, the actual tournament. So
right on.
But yeah, you'll know as soon as I get done, buddy.
Sounds good.
Thanks for having me on, everybody out there. If you ever get a chance to come down here to Louisiana, don't pass it up. Definitely go out to the swamp. Definitely eat everything you can. Because let me tell you what, gator might sound funny to eat, but it's good. All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Take care, T-Rex. All right. Let's see. How many likes we got? It still says 74 on my end. This is a load of crap. All right. It says I got 99 watching, 74 like 102. Okay. All right. So let's go to our next caller. We got two. I see Kathleen Jarami, and I see one other caller, but the one other caller's been on the line holding for 23 minutes. So we're gonna do that. Let's take this call. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from and what's your PB?
Well, my PB is 1162.
Oh my God! Do you have pictures?
Somewhere.
When was this?
That was back in 1999 on Lake Fork.
Oh my God! Who do I have the pleasure of talking to?
This is your favorite Hickman brother.
Oh, then it must be Jeremy. How are you?
You got that right? I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing really well. What's going on these days?
Waiting on this hard water to thaw so I can get out there after him.
Yeah. You don't have any. You don't have any trips lined up for the. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna try to get out before it even the thaws comes. I'm gonna get out and hit the river as long as it's not running too fast.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got all kinds of trips planned out and things we're doing this year. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait. I can't wait to watch the journey. Do you have a favorite Strike King bait?
Actually, I had one, and it was actually that sexy dog topwater that you was talking about. But I used that and a Ragnar last fall, and I actually caught some really nice fish on the Ragnar, and I was like, "Yep, we can put this one away."
Nicely
Not
done.
that I mean, I like Strike King. Their lures have been a staple in our family forever.
Sure.
But there are differences in the baits, and I found that walking the Ragnar is a little bit different than that sexy dog.
It is. It's a lot like the original. It's a lot like the original Vixen from Reaction Innovations. Right. In fact,
see, I feel.
Go ahead.
I feel like I can put that in the hands of somebody who's never walked the dog, and they would be able to do it within a couple of casts. And for me, top water, give me a top water and I'm having a great time.
Well, then maybe you should help me design a frog because I'm failing. I just got samples again, and I do not like the samples that the first draft of the samples again. It's the third time they've sent them to me, and every time I'm like, no, I want different changes.
I would love to work with you on developing a frog because where, JT's thing is the chatterbait. For me, a frog is my go-to.
Wait a minute, JT who?
Well, Gramps.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Well, that guy.
Yeah. Listen, we only keep him around because they got the star. I'm trying to keep you the star of the family, happy. So, so that's why, we take Gramps calls and all that. We know who the real star is.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, you're right. I can't argue with you.
That's amazing.
And I can just imagine the look on his face while he's in chat going, "What the heck?"
No, he hung up. He left.
Oh,
yeah,
even better.
Yeah, I see him over on the Guggen Squad live stream right now.
Oh Lord, not the Guggen Squad. Yeah, he can keep that.
Nah, I'm just kidding. We love Gramps. All right, I'm going to ask you about a bait. I'm going to pull another bait out of the box. I can go. I got a lot of crankbaits.
Yeah.
And I got 2 flats.
Give me what you got, and I'll tell you what I do with it.
Why don't we go with a? You fish a lot of deep water or no?
Not too much, but I do fish deep water.
All right, let's go. We're gonna have a run. We're gonna have a run on squareables, I think. Let's go with a KVD 2.5.
If you got a big one, pull it out.
Well, this is a family friendly show. I don't know that I can do that.
I knew that was coming. No, I was talking. If you had a deep diver in there, that would be fine. But square bill, that's my go-to in the spring.
Okay.
So I fish a square bill. Oh my, yeah, I actually have fished those, and let me tell you,
okay,
those are fish catching. Yep. Okay. So we're talking about the hybrid hunter.
No. This is this one actually is the KVD 2.5 square bill. It dives 3 to 5 feet. It's a little bigger profile than say a hammerhead. It's probably the next size up.
Okay. Yeah. With those, typically you'll throw the bigger, slower wobble square bills in the spring, and that's got. I have a couple of those. I do prefer the bigger ones.
Yeah.
The slower I go, smaller, the faster I'll go with them. And you're looking at getting big bites. If you're trying to weed through a bunch of 12 to 14 inch fish and get those 16 to 18s, you're more likely on a bigger bait like that.
Yeah. This one is made in Costa Rica. So I don't know why I decided to call out where all the baits are made this year or this week, but that's what I'm doing. So yeah, that's just one of the other baits in this month's Strike King takeover box. So there you have it.
Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to it. Now, when are we going to get the Monster Bass soft plastic takeover box?
So we're very, very close. I'm waiting on final production costs and timelines because there's a component in the bait that is unlike any other soft plastic. And because of that, they actually have to clean the machines before they have to clean them in a way before they can use them. So that they get done with a typical plastisol run. They got to clean it all out, then do our runs, then clean it all out, and then they can go back to business. So it's probably, it probably increases our cost by about 18%.
Okay.
And so we're just waiting on final production costs and everything. And then what we're going to do, what I thought I would do, and this is what I'll share with all you guys in the community, is I'm going to, I'm going to have them, we're going to basically all work together in a product testing capacity. So we're going to create the first run of products, and I'll create something like Senkos or finesse worms, and I'm going to send them out to you guys, and then I'm going to have you guys give me exact feedback, because what I want to do is I want to get it right while we're still developing the finished product, and because we are using some different materials, and I want everyone's feedback, because let's face it, I can think they're great, but it doesn't matter what I think. It really matters what you guys think. So we're going to send them off. And then, let's see what everyone thinks about the soft plastics, and then we can make changes. So we'll see.
All right, cool. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Me too, my friend. So, let's see. Well, since I got you here, all right, folks, let's do a couple giveaways. It's golden ticket time. So, as you know, you've got an individually numbered golden ticket that came in your box. Pull them out. If I call your number, email me at marketing at monsterbass.com. I actually, believe it or not, we're on a run of people that are claiming their golden tickets. I talked to a guy. Let me see here. Golden ticket. And he said, where is it? God, no, I can't find it. He told me that he was sitting there watching it with his two little boys, and all of a sudden we called his number and his kids started freaking out. So now I got to come up with something special to send those to, because, they're little kids, so I got to send them something. So it'll be interesting. So here's some numbers. You ready? 11351 10881 10260 and 09639. If you've got any one of those numbers, just email me and I'll send you something good. So, all right, there we have it. Well, all right, my friend. Well, listen, I appreciate you calling in. I hope you do so more often. And I can't wait to see how this season plays out. You're going to get a call from Rafi as well. And so that we can figure out a few things for this season.
I'm looking forward to it, Rick. You have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you too, sir. Appreciate you. All right. That was Jeremy. The better half of the Hickman duo. Actually, I shouldn't really say that. They're both great people. All right, so let's take this next call. Oh, I almost hit drop. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from and what's your PB?
Hey, what's going on, Rick?
What's going on?
I'm from Utah.
Right on. What's your PB?
My PB is 7. I haven't been fishing since 99, but I've been fishing for about 3 years, and 7 is my PB.
That's amazing. Amazing. What's your go-to confidence bait?
My go-to is a square bill.
All right.
I love square bills.
Let's see what else is in the box. We just did the 2.5. Why don't we talk about Chick Magnet? It's close enough. You ever fish this bait?
Man, I've been hearing a lot of great things on about that. I haven't tried it myself yet, but they're saying that's a great bait for fall time.
Yeah, it's cold weather. Cold weather, it's a great bait to throw fall, or it's got the flat side and tighter wobble. Maybe you'll get one in your box, because obviously I'm going to show you guys, like, 18 baits or something, and I'm not sending 18 baits, or I'd be out of business this month. So, but hopefully you get one of those.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with you guys for almost 6 months now, and I've tried a few other mystery boxes, and I can tell you right now, I use about almost everything out of the box, and I love it. I mean, every single bait that comes in the box is just amazing.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It does take a lot of work to put together good boxes. I feel like every month we try to put together the best boxes we can, and it's not easy because, I can want to put a Mega Bass Vision 110 in all your boxes, but A, the economics don't work. And then B, what if Mega Bass doesn't want to put it in the box, right? Or any other brand. And then even if the brand wants to put it in there, it's not like they're sitting on, hey, can I have an extra, whatever the number is, can I have an extra 10,000 red-eye shads? Oh yeah, no problem. I got 10,000 here. Take them. It takes a lot of planning.
Yeah.
So it's tough. It's really tough. And
yeah.
I
love that you've been working with X Zone lures. That's one of my favorite lures to go to on soft plastics. The Adrenaline Bug. I love the Ned rig that they have going.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I actually tried the drop shot when you sent them a few months back, and I was having a heyday on it, man. I caught, I think, like 15 in one day. Nice. I was out there for maybe 3-4 hours,
Yeah, X Zone's one of my favorite companies to work with. The owner, Jim, and his boys run the company. And, I really try to work with people that I like. It's kind of like, the people on our team. It's not about having the biggest following. It's about just being a good human being. Because we all have choices in life on who we surround ourselves with. And at the end of the day, companies like X Zone are a really good one. And they make great quality products made by great quality people. So you'll see a bunch of X Zone in our box this year as well. So, yep.
Yeah, that's now, like I said, I love everything that you send, and you do it pretty accordingly to where we're at. Like you said, the south to north, east to west. I got in everything that I've really enjoyed, like I said.
Awesome. Well, appreciate it. I appreciate you. Your support. I appreciate you calling in, and I hope you get out fishing more often. And again, even if you don't catch your PB, I think it's just the fact that you're getting out, and that's a win in my books. Are you there? Uh-oh. I think we lost him. Oh, well, that's too bad. All right. All right. Well, that's all the calls I've got for you, folks. So I'm going to talk about some other baits. Okay, so that was made in China. We've got another one here. Another flat-sided, because it's, this time of year. If someone wants to call in and talk about baits, I'll happy to take their call. But I've got 1, 2, 4, 7 more baits we could talk about. But if you don't want to, that's fine. Jared, what time are you meeting your wife for dinner?
She'll be here soon.
Oh, is she coming here? She want to go live?
Yeah.
We could do a healing.
I told her you're going to do a healing on her on live television.
Well, I'll do a healing. I bet you guys didn't know that I'm a healer. It's a gift. It's a gift that I have. But yeah, Brendan's not on. MONSTERBASS is the jam. Can't wait for the app. I can't wait for the app either, Chum Charmer. Done 6-month box. Platinum set. Thinking about putting something in place where if you sign up for a year subscription, I'm working on the economics. You get a rod, either at a discount or like half off or something like that. Anyway, all right, we got a caller. Let's take this caller. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from and what's your PB?
I'm from Oregon. My personal best. Don't have a scale, but I know it's over 17 inches.
17 inches is pretty solid, bro.
Yeah, that's a smallmouth too.
Nice. So, what I'm gonna pick out a bait from this month's Strike King Takeover box. If you're just tuning in, it's the Strike King Takeover. Every bait in the box is from Strike King. We've gone through everything from we've had a spinner bait, a sexy dog, a thunder cricket, a 2.5, a chick magnet, and this next bait.
Yep.
Let's go to a soft plastic. Should we go to soft plastic? Or should we go to a hard bait? What do you want?
I like soft plastics. I always throw them, but I'm always willing to throw something new.
Okay, so let's look at. Let's go to this one. Rage Tail, Ned Cross.
Oh, nice.
This color's Morning Dawn, and this is made in the good old United States. So we've seen baits made in Costa Rica, China, and now we're back to the United States. Have you ever thrown the Rage Tail Ned Craw?
Right on. I have, yeah.
And your thoughts?
And you know, I love the Red Tail Craws. They're in my tackle box that I always take. It's one of the few that I throw. I always get mad reactions. I either get explosive top water hits or I get very subtle strikes, but they never fail to deliver.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would agree. And, you know, they were the first to put those little flanges on the edges of the craws. That's what kind of made Rage Tail kind of famous. So, I just saw somebody, the Chum Charmer, asking if the Thunder Cricket was going to make it into his box. The answer is yes. Everybody's getting a Thunder Cricket. I've got, I think it's coming in 6 different colors. So, you're definitely getting a Thunder Cricket. All right. Well, there's that.
Right. I've definitely been with you guys for a while. I just resubscribed to the Platinum, one of the few that I've always gotten. So, been with you guys just about 3 years this coming May.
Wow, it's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support.
I appreciate it. You deliver some of the best boxes, some of the best baits that I've ever come across.
Thank you. You got any suggestions on how we can make it better?
I think you're doing what you're doing is great. You listen to all of us here that give the feedback and support, and you never fail to deliver. You sent out the Monster Bass bag some time ago. Did you guys drop those? Are you going to do it again?
So it's the decision's twofold. I love the idea of the bags. I thought it was a really cool point of differentiation. The problem was shipping in them because they were in a bag, so it was easily, you could easily crush it. Whereas you put it in the box and, the box protects it.
Right.
And then the other thing was the bag. So we were having these made overseas because I talked to a supplier, a manufacturer out of Texas. And I kid you not, like, right. Everything that goes into the box has a cost, and I have a certain budget that I can do this at, or I just lose money. And
right.
As much as I love this company, I love the people. It is a for-profit company, right? I've got to make some money, or I can't put food on my own table. And so the bags almost tripled in cost. It would be 4 times the cost to make them in Texas as it would overseas. And I can't give them away for free at the cost to make them in Texas. And then the supplier overseas doubled the price, and then you add the shipping costs, and it's kind of crazy. So one of my thoughts was to make them again and then give everybody the option to add them to their box for like, whatever it is. It's like, you can have the box, the bag, and everything, and have it for like $1 more kind of thing. And,
I definitely go for it.
And then I could throw them in every month. And then I thought, well, maybe I could up the quality even more, make them even nicer. You know, like, let's make sure the zippers are better. Let's make sure the material's even higher quality, and then see if people want them. I mean, it just just depends, you know, on the cost. So that's why we've made the decision to do what we're doing.
Yeah, I love the bags. I reuse them. I still have like 2 or 3 that I have was thrown in there. I've got a bag of stickers, you know,
Nice.
and I love them.
Cool.
I would throw like 3 or 4 in a backpack and take off. So
Nice. Nice. Well, did you have a question for me?
What? So for bass, what is your go-to bait that you would throw in the late winter, early springtime?
The late winter, early springtime. I'm probably throwing. Well,
Yeah.
again, it depends where you're fishing and the body of water, right? Because you know the bait I'm going to say for Okeechobee is going to be different than. You know, if I was fishing Okeechobee next week, I'd be throwing a bunch of chatterbaits, bladed jigs for sure. I'd throw some lipless, but I'd be definitely throwing or some finesse stuff, right? Because you know, there's a lot of grass. Chatterbait for sure.
Well, let me give you a scenario. I'm here in Oregon, and it's 40, 50 degrees, and there's a lake out in the mountains. It's got largemouth bass, it's got trout, it's got crappie, bluegill. It's a large lake. It's got some grass, some structure, but the bass always seem to run really, really deep. And no matter what I think throw, I can't pull them out of that type of depth. So, what would your recommendation be?
Why can't you pull them out from that depth? From how deep are we talking?
50 feet, give or take. They just don't seem, interested in whatever I throw. And I'm like, oh, man.
They're not interested in anything that you're throwing? Are you pulling them off are you pulling them off the bottom?
They seem suspended.
They seem suspended.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that late in the day, or sorry, that deep in the water, and what's the temperature?
Mm-hmm.
No, I said, what's the temperature?
Temperature is probably 20, 30 degrees.
Oh my God. So they're just lethargic and just holding, right? Like you're not throwing. Are you throwing lipless and blade baits?
Yeah, I'll throw anything from like a soft plastic to, a crankbait, fishing it slow, fishing it fast.
I mean, here's the problem. That water's so damn cold. I don't even know what you're doing out there. I mean, let's ask everyone here in the community. What would you guys be throwing when the water's that cold besides a lipless, a blade bait, and a jig?
I'll tell you what, fishing is my drug.
Gramps says a jig. I guess he said jig twice. Ned.
Several people saying blade, slow retrieval. Jerse is my favorite, one of my favorites to throw.
Well, there you go.
Home has just says he takes naps.
I think everyone's giving you some good advice.
I'm definitely going to take it. I appreciate everyone throwing their 2 cents my way.
Well, there you go.
Awesome.
All right. Well, try those tips and let's see, and then come back and tell us how you did.
I definitely will.
All right, man. I appreciate your support very much, and I thank you for calling in.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Grab the big old blade bait. All right. Well, let's see who's calling in next. Speaking of jigs, we've got a jig here made in Costa Rica. All right. There's one of the other options. I'll keep going through these baits. If no one's calling in, we can get through this. All right. I got speaking of deep, I got a 5XD. Dives to 15 feet. Made in Costa Rica. All right, still no one. I got a 1.5 flat side. Great, another flat side crankbait. Great for this time of year. Tighter wobble. Excels in colder water. Like it in the fall, like it in the early. Okay, now we're on to some soft plastics. Okay. Ready? No one's calling. How many likes we got? It's so weird. Mine still says 74. What is going on here? I'm closing this and I'm going back and we're going to see how many likes we got. We got 97 people watching. And I don't understand. All right, ready? The next bait. Never been in my boxes. Made in the USA. The KVD Dream Shot. Let's get someone on the phone that's going to talk to us about that. We're going to go to our next caller and let's see what he thinks about the KVD Dream Shot. Go ahead, sir. Where are you from and what's your PB?
Hello, this is Mr. Gambit. Personal best, just under 7 pounds. And just know that Patri Pill, he basically saw his shadow today, so you guys are in the frozen tundra. 6 more weeks of frozen tundra crap if you believe in Patri Pill. You will be freezing your butts off for another 6 weeks, so get ready for the storms. Woo-hoo.
Love it. Mr. Gambit. What'd you catch your PB on?
You wouldn't guess it, man. A Castmaster. It was basically a little silver Castmaster. Annoyed him, and he was sort of trying to guard the bed. Reached over and grabbed it, and I got him. A little silver Castmaster. Pretty cool.
Amazing. All right. We're going to pull one of these.
And I was going to tell you, that Dream Shot, now, Rick, that Dream Shot here in Los Angeles, anything around California, we are pressured water. So officially, that Dream Shot works good as a drop shot. You know, drop shot is sometimes you got to jig it a little bit. Sometimes the drop shot is a do-nothing bait. Just put it in the water. Don't do nothing. Let the current make the little worm move. So if you don't do anything, fish looks at it and go, ooh, opportunity, dumb little minnow I can eat. And they come over and swim and eat it. So just remember, if you drop shotting sometimes, I drop shot with ox, blood, light, you know, when I drop shot. And I don't do anything with it. It just catches fish. You just put it in the water, and usually that salt or something in it makes the fish come and eat it. So pretty easy with pressured fish.
The salt makes the fish come eat it? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, they salt it. That's what they do with the Cinco. You know, they put a little salt inside the robo worm also.
Yeah.
So when if they see that actually in that Dream Shot, they got salt in that also. They know that salt is something that the bass will hold on to a little bit longer. Sort of like a deer in the wild that you put salt bricks out because you do it with the cows. I told you I was born in Georgia on a farm.
Yeah.
You put the salt bricks out, and that's what the cows lick, the animals lick, and that makes them thirsty and they drink water.
Amazing.
That's the thing that fish like, that salt. So they salt and coffee is sometimes what the smallmouth like. But the salt is one of those things. It's sort of weird. I still haven't figured it out because when they salt them up, they just go bananas. But I'll tell you, the easiest thing you can do is get a garlicky, dough bait, and you can catch trout all day. That's one of the great trout tactics. And if we ever go up to the lake, man, I'll tell you, we'll catch trout all day. I got we call the guy Jake. He showed me and my kids when they were little a cool technique to catch trout all day. And it is a cool technique to catch as many trout as you want.
Nice. Well, there you go. Another bait in the box. Compliment. You got some knowledge. Compliments to Mr. Gambit.
Absolutely, man. That Strike King, you can't go wrong with Strike King. You know, if you got that KVD cranks, you got their worms. They got the whole, that's like you see what my name is, Mr. Gambit. They got a whole gambit of baits to get you fish. So something in that Strike King lineup you're going to like. The guys showed last year, I think Alex Rudd, I think Debo did too. They showed that sexy dog, what the top water sexy dog can do. That thing puts in work if people don't understand what that sexy dog can do. With the Monster Bass box, if you got that sexy dog still in your box, guys, pull it out in the spring. Roll that sexy dog around and see what jumps on it. Those guys showed last year on their videos exactly what that sexy dog will do.
Now I'm going to interrupt you, Mr. Gambit, because
go ahead.
We actually have a really well-known bait maker. If you're not familiar with Jamie Samatis and the baits that he makes, then you're probably sleeping under a log somewhere. So he makes great baits out of the New England area. They're sold all over the country. And he said actually that salt is a filler for baits. And the reason why he said it is because it's cheaper by the pound than plastic. So my question to you, Jamie, since you're here, why else do you put it in baits besides making things float? Is it truly just because it's a filler, or does it help, or does it provide some kind of an attractant that fish actually like lean into? I'd love to know.
Well, remember the actual salt and the Yamamoto people, you know, guys that Gary Yamamoto, those guys have been salt in those Cincos and stuff because they said it makes those Cincos sink. That's why Yamamoto came out with those saltless baits because they say it rises a little bit. So less salt, they rise a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, I misspoke. I told people it floated to help it sink. Sorry. So it weights them. Is there anything else besides, you know, they're good to eat when you put the salt on them? Let's find out.
I'll tell you, Rick, my technique, and I was telling Carol here about a week or two ago when we was in one of the other chats, and they said, what else you put on the bait? And I said, smelly jelly. I go with the smelly jelly because out here, when you put smelly jelly on your soft plastic, it makes the bait fish come up and eat. If the bait fish is coming up and eating your smelly jelly, then the big fish are coming to eat the bait fish. So I figure it works out. If you can get a fish putting smelly jelly on a bait, I'll put a little smelly jelly on it.
There you go. Good stuff. All right.
I'll tell you what happened, Rick. You know, Harry Styles had to come out here and finish up his concert that he got sick a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do it, so he had to come back and do 3 concerts. That little surprise storm we had girls as far away as Pennsylvania and Ohio that were coming here. They were still camped out. They put the big sign, you know, Harry Styles' house on top of the forum.
Yep.
And basically they were out there in tents again, freezing their butts off when the rain came. A bunch of wet girls seeing Harry Styles with 50-degree water falling on them, and they were all pretty much half dressed to go see this guy. It was the funniest sight. I wish I would have recorded girls falling down in pumps with, you know, little, I guess, tassels around their neck, pouring down rain to see a guy sing. It was amazing, crazy to see.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh, well. All right, sir. Well, I appreciate you as always.
Right, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to tell you 1 second, Rick.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to top you. You know, we like our Lunker Hunt. Now, I'll tell you what Lunker Hunt did. They must be watching our videos here, seeing some of the crazy stuff you do with your Monster Pass VIP list. And the guys here who don't understand, if you're not on Rick's Monster Pass VIP list, you don't get to know what Rick is doing and sending out during the week. So when he sends those messages out, you know he's giving you a good deal. So you got to be on that Monster Bass VIP list. Go to the site, put your phone number in so we can put you on that list. But Lunker Hunt, Rick, this is what Lunker Hunt did.
Wow.
Well, Lunker Hunt must be looking at us and seeing what we're doing. Lunker Hunt sent me something from their marketing team and says, guess what we're doing? You spend $50 at one of our retailers. Now, Rick, I don't know if you're one of their retailers yet. They say if you spend $50 with one of our retailers, we're going to give you back $25. And if you spend $100 with one of our retailers, we're going to give you back $50. I said, all right. Rick must be talking to somebody at Monster Bass saying Monster Bass is doing great stuff and Lunker Hunt is copying them. So guess what, man? They're trying to give people back money like you used to do.
Hold on a second. How do they know that you spent it? What do you got to do? Mail in the receipt?
That's what I'm not sure yet. I guess they must have told their retailers that when people buy this much, not Monster, but Belunca Hunt stuff from the retailer, I guess the retailer must give them a coupon code at the time. It may have printed out on their receipt or something that people can go to, Lunca Hunt and buy, more baits and use that code and get that $50 discount or $25 discount.
I'll tell you what.
They must have did with their retailers. I'm not sure.
I'll do that. I'll do that myself. I'll tell you what. You spend what is it? Spend $100, you get what?
They were telling people on the email that I got that if they spend $100, they will only give them back $50. So I guess what happens is when you spend the money, they're going to give you back money to spend the next time. So that's what it sort of is. You spend the next time you order from them. So it's like a repeat. Come back, we'll get you back, with a repeat buy when you see some of the other stuff. But if people trying to buy something that's soft plastic, that's a great way to save when you're talking about buying soft plastic and small things on that site, especially if it's already discounted. Save a little bit more money, man. I'm telling you, Rick, you must be rubbing off on people.
Here's what I'm going to do before I say goodbye. Anyone wanting to buy Lunker or Monster Bass baits, you head over to Tackle Direct. If you spend $50, if you buy $50 worth of baits from Monster Bass Baits, $50 worth of baits, Monster Bass Baits from Tackle Direct, and you email me at rick@monsterbass.com with a copy of your receipt, I'll give you a $20 gift card. Yeah.
Oh my God, Rick is doing it again. Don't you just love it, Monster Bass family? Rick is doing the do. Rick will not be topped. You got to love this man, what he's done for the family. Go ahead, tell your family and friends to save themselves some money and do the things that Rick is trying to tell you to save yourself some money and get more tackle. Man, I got to go, Rick. Good talking to you, man. Keep those deals flowing. Keep the smiles on the Monster Bass family face.
Thank you. Have a great night, man. That's Mr. Gambit. One of these days. All right, we got to cruise through these next calls. Only because turn off the hotline, Jared. We got to cruise through these calls. I apologize, but Jared's got to take his wife to dinner, or he's gonna get divorced. And he's only into it like not even 2 years. Hold on. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from, and what's your PB?
I'm Gregory Lovell, and I'm from northwestern Indiana. My PB smallmouth is a 4.46, which you pictured in January's guide.
Amazing. Well, congratulations. I'm glad that we were able to feature you in January.
We got to cruise through these calls, and I apologize.
All right, do me a favor. Turn down the volume on your computer.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. All right, so what'd you catch your PB on?
I caught it on a TRD.
Okay, good stuff.
Z-Man TRD.
Love
orange.
Yeah, amazing. Well, we got a bait that's
great.
It's not like the TRD. But I'm going to show you one more bait out of the Strike King takeover box, and you can tell me if you've ever fished it and what you think about it. It is the KVD Super Fry. And I'm going to pull one out. This one's in the Morning Dawn color. Try and show you guys that.
Have not fished it.
So it's flat on one side. Have not fished it. I would say these things
Have not fished it.
These things, if I were to go off their website or Tackle Warehouse, I'm pretty confident that Tackle Warehouse would tell me that this is great on a shaky head. This is great California. God, I am not speaking well today. Mm-hmm. Carolina, Texas, and shaky head is what I'm pretty confident that Tackle Warehouse would recommend. But boy, that morning.
Okay, good color.
Oh yeah.
Good color.
Yeah. Gramps likes it in. Gramps likes it in a Nico. Faith First Fishing likes it as wacky. Yeah, it's a great color. Their morning dawn colors, amazing.
Morning dawn colors.
So there you go.
Yeah, and they're long like the robo worms.
They're shorter than the robo worms. What are these? These are probably these are 4.5 inch.
Okay.
So there you go.
Oh, looks like a good bait though.
So
yeah, I really enjoy your box. Been with you for a few years.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your support. Is this your first time calling in?
It's my first time calling in.
Awesome.
And I really like your box. I ran the Gambit of the other boxes, and a few of them a couple at a time.
Yeah.
I stuck with yours.
I appreciate that.
I get, like your talent you have in your book and on your videos. Wow, you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So.
And it's cold up here. I'm not catching much.
I get it. All right. Well, hey, I just want to say congratulations. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to email me your name and your contact information to rick@monsterbass.com because Marty Lawson, who has classified G14 clearance, has said that you should be the caller that wins the prize today. So we're going to hook you up with a prize pack from Monster Bass and our good friend Marty Lawson.
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir. Thanks.
Appreciate that.
You got it. Have a good night.
Okay.
All right.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Good call, Marty. Good call. All right. We got, oh, God. We got to get through these last three. I only have 2 products left. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from and what's your PB?
I'm from South Carolina. I'm probably about 7 or 8.
Amazing. You got pictures of it?
I do, yes. I do have them on my Instagram. I got one that I actually caught on GoPro. The whole catch and everything. The you can see the rod load up, the whole 9.
Okay, so
pretty cool.
You want to come on live and talk about it? Like, do you get all excited, or are you like calm, cool, and collected?
Oh, well, okay. So, in that video, I haven't posted the video because, I got a little bit excited and might have dropped a few extra colorful words.
That's
in
okay.
There. I was freaking out,
Listen, as long as you don't drop a couple extra lead weights in the mouth of the fish, you're okay. So if you want to come on the show, I would love it. We'll send in the video clip. We'll get you online with the video, and we'll share that with the community. You want to do that?
Yeah, no, I'm totally down with that. Yeah.
Email me at rick@monsterbass.com and point me to where the video is, and make sure I get your phone number, and we'll set you up with Jared, and we'll get you on, an upcoming show, and we'll show the clip and go through it. I would love to showcase that. So if anyone's watching, it's got their own PBs on video, let's share that excitement, because there's not much better than catching a PB or just freaking out over a big fish. I'm down with that.
Yeah, no, that'd be really cool. I mean, as long as somebody can maybe bleep out a couple things, I'm totally okay with that.
I can warn our audience. We're and for all the little kids watching, we'll teach them about earmuffs, and we'll be good. All
right, yeah, that sounds like a plan. I'll email you tonight for sure.
Amazing, I love it. All right, let's get you a bait. One of the baits that we didn't go through, and I apologize because I can't find it in my office, is the red-eye shad. The red-eye shad's also in one of the baits that's in the box. Obviously, one of the best lipless crankbaits around, and for whatever reason, I just can't find it, so it's not in any of my videos. I lost it. But here's one. It's a rodent. I know we've had one size in the box before, but this is a different size, and it was a long time ago. This has got coffee and salt. I don't know if you've seen these. You ever fished one of these?
You know, I hate to. It sounds like I've been living under a rock, but I have not particularly fished the rodent. But I do love creature baits. I love Texas rig creature baits. You know, I love the wobblehead. You know, with creature baits.
Yeah.
I grew up on the brush hawk and the lizard. You know.
Yeah.
But some of the beaver style baits, that's you know, I haven't used all of those yet, but it is something I want to do, like on chatterbait.
Yep.
And stuff. Put them sideways.
Okay.
You know, so it has like more of a like that tail profile at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just been kind of playing around with that a little bit.
Amazing. All right.
But I had a quick question for you, just out of curiosity. I was kind of wondering. You obviously are in the business of fishing, and you know, I was just kind of curious, like how is it that you like found yourself in the business of fishing?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I've spent most of my life in the tech world, software. And after I left, I went into the agency space and I ran an agency. And these guys came into my agency one time and they wanted to build a website. And they, you know, it was all about fishing reports. And they had like a couple $100,000 to spend. And I remember going, wait a minute, you want to spend $200,000 on a website for fishing reports? And I remember excusing myself and I went to the bathroom and I Googled it and I'm like, there's 1 million free fishing reports. These guys are crazy. I can't get behind this. So I sent them packing. And I kept thinking about fishing. And, you know, if you gave my brother one day left on this planet, he'd probably throw in a dip and he'd go fishing. And I thought to myself, well, that's interesting. And then I did a little research and I found out that more Americans go fishing than play golf and tennis combined. And then, you know, the Bassmaster Classic came up and it was down at the Red River in New Orleans the year that Skeet Reese won. And I remember going to it and I sat in the audience and I was like, it was my first ever weigh-in. And I remember them, you know, it was this WWF type experience because back then it was the WWF. But, you know, it was like the WWF. It was like, you know, fireworks, the Toyota Tundra is going around the circle, the fans are going crazy. And then they got up and spoke.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I watched the anglers speak where I was like, wow, this is interesting. Because the guy got up, and this is what I remember at the time. Now, I don't remember exactly what they were saying, but it went like this in my head. Because it was a foggy day, and there was a late start to the season, or to the tournament. And so I remember going, well, the guy gets up, and he's like, it was a really foggy day, and thankfully I had that Triton radar system, and I was able to find my way around the water. And then the next guy got up and he said, yeah, I didn't have one of them, but I just followed him around. Like, this is how it played out in my head, right? And that's not really what they were saying, but I watched as every dude in the audience was like, baby, I need me one of them Triton radar systems. You got to get me one of them things for Father's Day. And I watched the magic of the way that they did the product marketing, right? And the way that they influenced buyers by the way that the anglers and what they were saying. And so wait, AJ Gore's here? Oh, hi, AJ Gore. Nice to see you. I miss that guy. We should actually have him on. You could talk about some of their new products and stuff. Anyway, I digress. So I watched the magic of the product marketing, and as a sales and marketing guy, I really appreciated it. And so I went back to the guys that came into my office to build this fishing website, and I said, I got a better idea for you, and if you fund it, I'll build it for you. And at the time, that was going to be Lucky Tackle Box. And they said no to me. And then Mystery Tackle Box came out. And about 6 months later, or whatever it was, they came back to me and said, actually, that's a pretty good idea. Let's go build it. And so then we built that business. And that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool story, man. That's neat. You know, because you know it's something like I've always wanted to get into. Cause I mean, I've been in sales for a long time, and it's cool and everything. But I want to, it'd be cool to sell something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Like truly, like you think about it all the time.
Yeah. It's
and
definitely
it's
definitely an industry it's a passion industry to get into. You want to make a lot of money, go sell software. You're not making that kind of money selling fishing baits. You know what I mean? You're just not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate the story, and that was cool, man.
Thanks.
Definitely really how that all kind of developed. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll definitely email you tonight, and I'll get that off my GoPro, and we'll take it from there.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate you calling in.
Hey, absolutely, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. Y'all have a good night.
All right, take care. All right, we're down to our last two. We're down to our last two. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from, and what's your PB?
I'm from Northwest Arkansas. My PB is 5.2.
Ooh. Nicely done, sir. Where'd you catch it on?
Carolina, crawl, Zoom.
Speed
out
crawl.
there fishing late afternoon.
Yeah.
And Rick, one of my reasons for calling in this evening here is I've been waiting patiently on your fishing poles, and I see that you have got some of them up for sale and stuff, but they're 7 foot. But you talked about making some 7.3s and 7.4s. I'm pretty sure. Is there a hold on that or something?
No, they're on the website.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk with Jennifer and find out about them then.
Yeah, if you go to, I think it's, hold on, let me just double check. I know for a fact, but if you go to monsterbass.com/lunker stick, should bring up the page. Yep, there it is. And we've got on the site, I've got 7.4 medium fat, medium heavy fast, 7.4 heavy fast, 7.4 medium heavy moderate fast. I got 7.8s, I got 7.4s, 7.4, 7.4.
You got the 7.4 medium fast, 7.4 medium fast action.
Casting or spinning?
Both. I want one cast and I want 2 spinnings.
Let me think. Yeah, I do.
Cool. All right, I'll get it checked out tomorrow and get it taken care of.
There you go, sir.
Yes, sir. And nothing.
Yeah.
I've been with y'all now for 3 years.
Thank
yes,
you.
sir. Just like everybody said tonight, y'all put out a fantastic box. I have been with a couple of the others, and they can't touch y'all. And the reason they can't really touch y'all is because it's the faculty that y'all have behind you. It's unbelievable. And I have to be honest here on this part. My fish catching percentage is probably jumped about 75% because of just all the techniques that I have learned off of watching all y'all's YouTube videos. Like all this bad weather, I've been sitting under YouTube videos watching it, Ned fish and drop shot and all those good ones. And that's what makes us all good out there is learning these techniques. And back in the 70s, you couldn't get techniques like that. You couldn't even get them out of field and stream. Yes, sir, you get a little bit of it, but they would leave the big trick out of there that they was really doing to catch the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are just awesome. If you pay close attention, they tell you everything you need to know to catch. If you go out and do it the way they tell you to, you'll come home. You'll catch fish. You'll have pictures to show people.
It's amazing.
And that's what I enjoy about y'all so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate you sharing that with me. That means a lot.
So, but I know that y'all's wanting to get closed down for the evening. Enjoy everything that y'all have. Enjoy the heck out of y'all and watching those programs, and I'll be talking to y'all later on.
All right.
And y'all have a good evening.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate you calling in.
Thank y'all.
All right.
You bet you, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Wow. Yeah, that was great. Let's go to my last caller. Nathan Turner, we are working on that. The challenge is shipping's gone up so much, and we're just a small company. And I thought about like adding $1 or something for shipping on the boxes, because it cost me $7 to ship, or $6 something to ship the subscription boxes, and I do that for free, and it's just so it's tough. One of the things we are doing, and one of the things I gave to Katie as a goal, is to offer priority flat rate shipping on subscription boxes, where you could pay whatever it's going to be, $4, and you get your box shipped priority mail. And so we're working on some stuff like that. But I hear you. The problem on the rods, if I'm being completely honest with you, bro, is that it cost me $32 to ship a rod. So you add $32 for the rod, $5 for the tube, the warehousing, the handling, and you can see how it starts to add up. And because I'm not offering, or because I'm not buying 10,000 rods, right? So my cost is higher than it normally would be. So, but I'm working on it. All right, let's take our last caller of the night. I think we all know who it is. I don't need to ask him where he's from. I just need to know what he ate for dinner.
Yes, and it was not very exciting, Rick. It was just leftovers,
Yeah, but what kind of leftovers?
Just had a sandwich. That's it.
Like a sandwich?
Just a
Like
corned
bologna?
beef sandwich with a little bit of cheese. No, not that kind. Like some like corned beef sandwich with some Munster cheese on it, and then on the side I had palmetto cheese. It's the brand jalapeno palmetto cheese with crackers. So, nothing special, but it's still at the same time it's really good. I love a good sandwich.
Okay. What's that?
Yeah.
All right. So our last bait. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
The last bait that's in that could be in your box is the caffeine shad. So, tell us about this bait, Brendan, and how would you fish it?
All right. Is this the swimming caffeine shad, or is this the fluke style?
It's the fluke style with the slit down the edge. Sorry, it's
the hook slot.
Yeah, you can't see it. So
yep.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Give us your 1 minute tip on how to fish this bait.
For sure.
All right, go for it.
All right. One of my favorite ways to fish that type of bait is throw it on a Superline EWG style hook. That bait runs pretty well on a 3/0 hook. You can use a 4/0 if you want to, but I like to use a Superline hook to let it sink down a little bit faster, so I can fish it deep if I want to. And I usually fish that bait on like a 7-foot medium heavy rod with like a 7-gear ratio reel, and I usually skip it or cast it right up against cover or under it, let it sit just a little bit and let it fall. It has that nice slow tantalizing fall to it with a little bit of a shimmy or a wiggle, and just work it like kind of like a regular hard jerk bait. Just pop it a few times, let it sit, pop it a few times, let it sit, and the bass just absolutely crush it. Not my favorite type of bait this time of year, but it definitely can get bit.
Well, there's your tips. Now, I wouldn't say this is necessarily the most seasonally appropriate box. I think what Strike King did was give us a lot of great baits so that you can fish them year round and have fun with Strike King. So,
yeah. Well, you can throw that bait wacky rigged if you wanted to, or a Nico rig on it as well, and fish it slow on the bottom. Like that one caller you had just a while ago that said they were having problems catching deep fish in super cold water. You could fish that bait on like a Nico rig and fish it deep, and it'll have that nice slow enough fall that those suspended fish can take a look at it long enough as well. So you may want to try fishing that. Might be a good idea to do that. And it doesn't have a ton of action whenever it's like falling down to the bottom, because it doesn't have any sort of like wedge style tail or boot tail. So I think that might be a good one for you. But also a Huddleston or a trash fish. Those are both great baits for this time of year.
Totally.
For where that caller was from and fishing. Just throw it out there, eat a sandwich until it gets down to the bottom, and then just slow reel it. And when I say slow, I mean like probably takes you 15 minutes to do one cast.
Well, that sounds
so
boring.
You have to know where those
I'm
fish
gonna
are
be
at
honest with you.
in order to do it. There's been a lot of big fish caught on it.
Sure. Sure.
So that's the way to fish in the cold weather with those big baits. Most of the time, you can catch them on flat baits or whatever fishing is best. But
Well, there you
majority
go.
of the time you're going to fish slow. Yeah. So, Rick, I did have one little question for you before I go and do my live stream with Gramps. So, there's like, have you finished your spinnerbait yet?
Yes.
Have you already like made the molds for that and the like forms?
Yes, but I probably could modify it. Why? What do you got for me?
Okay, so you know the Lunker Hunt. I believe it's the Dark Knight spinnerbait, or it's like it's a spinnerbait you had in the box a while ago.
Yes.
You know how they twist the area where the line tie is?
Yes.
So that way your line can't slide and get tangled into the blade?
Yes.
That is one modification that I would recommend you do to the wire forms before putting them into the mold. If they're able to do that, that would be amazing if they could do that. That's like something that I don't understand why more spinnerbait companies don't do this. It is super big, especially if you're fishing braid on your spinnerbait. That's a huge problem. So just doing the rubber band on it, it's fine. But I mean, bending the wire around that tie is super important, in my opinion. Anyway.
I will see what they say. I appreciate your feedback.
All right, awesome. Yes, thank you. And one more quick question. Sorry. How's ICAST looking? So I'm just trying to figure out things for scheduling and seeing if if you guys are even going or whatnot, or
yeah, we're gonna be there. I don't know if we're gonna have a booth. I don't know. I mean, that's not my area of the business. I leave that up to Davey to decide. But I'm sure we'll be there.
All right, cool.
And if you need a pass, I'm sure I can get you one.
I will. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I would appreciate that if you could.
Yeah, no problem.
If not, then that's okay too. I'll get it from someone else.
No problem. We can get you one. No problem. So.
All right, cool.
All right, man. Well, before you go, I want you to plug.
Later,
before you go, just plug what podcast you're going to be on and how they can get a hold of you, find you and Gramps.
All right. Well, I'm going to be streaming with my co-host and partner in crime, I guess you could say, Jermaine, Mainstream Fishing. So just go to YouTube, search Mainstream Fishing in the YouTube, their search bar, and we will be streaming tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern with Fishing with Gramps, JT. So I'm super excited to be streaming with him. And every week we actually do a show. So next week the stream will be on my channel, which is Brown Bait Co. And then the next week it's going to be on Mainstream Fishing channel. So we just switch it up every single week on Wednesdays.
There you go.
So yeah, and come see us live and answer questions and talk fishing.
Come see him live. Learn a lot about fishing, swim baits, and all sorts of big baits. Because Brendan's not going to be talking about small baits. He's going to be talking about big baits. Thanks for calling in, Brendan. You are getting really close to the 100 call in, and we'll have to have some kind of party or something.
Yes, a party. Right. Are you going to fly me out there to paint your house?
No.
I'll have my party then.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. See you, man.
Bye. All right. Our last two golden ticket numbers, 09018 08397. I want to say thank you to all of you guys for tuning in today. It was a really great show. I enjoyed talking with each and every one of you, especially my first-time callers. When you guys call in and you tell me how you've been with me for 3 years, and it really means a lot because, who would have thought I could create some company, out of thin air and have such an amazing community of people. And it really means a lot. And I love each and every one of you. And I'm really grateful that you take time out of your day just to tune in to watch my shenanigans and be a part of it. So thank you so much. I hope you guys like this box. We worked really hard on it. And don't forget, we're going back to back because we got Z-Man stepping up again. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll see you next week. Bye.
Sweep the leg. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.